On the day of my wedding, there was a thick inversion that came in, coupled with this cold fog, and it prevented planes from landing at Salt Lake International Airport. And so my out-of-town guests couldn't be at my wedding, so my mother and my sisters missed my wedding.
Maybe it was about 3 or 4 Fridays ago, and I couldn't actually even see the mountains as I was running. Couldn't see them, and could see the orange haze, because it's that brown orangey haze that we all know, and I could taste it.
It was only maybe 5 or 6 years after living here that I realized that something was different. It seemed like I was getting a lot of sinus infections, especially in December and January, because I like to sleep with my windows open.
When I see it, it's a bit depressing. It can get gloomy and I don't have a lot of energy, but physically I have mild asthma and allergies, and normally in the winter I'm not poorly affected, but when the air gets bad, it puts a lot of stress on my system. I start getting those asthmatic symptoms.
I changed my filter the first of the month, but I forgot, and I wish I'd saved the other one because it was a lovely blackish color. I've had it so black that you didn't see that this was once white. The backside is the air gun. I mean, there's just a cloud, and if you run your fingers over it, you don't get dust. So it's not dust, it is oil.
I talked to a woman last week who not only has asthma and was being affected, she just became pregnant, and I had to let her know that being exposed to bad air in early pregnancy can lead to a higher incidence of low birth weight and early delivery.
In my opinion, I think that the legislature and the governor need to declare war on air pollution, and the sort of measures here and there probably aren't going to do a lot of good. I think we need to approach it the same way we might if suddenly our economy were to sort of have a 2008 style collapse.
I think there should be a lot less wood burning. I think there should be a lot less use of fossil fuels.
I think the emission test should be every year.
I drove behind a bus on my way over here. It's all over the place. I can smell it coming in my car as I'm driving behind it. I passed, when I was running this morning, 2 people just idling their cars. Maybe we get tickets for that.
It has to come out of your pocket to make you care sometimes, I guess. Some people can look at this air and not be bothered by it.
It's really hard to kind of preach that everybody should do what I'm doing or someone else is doing, because I could be doing better still. So, but I think there's a lot of things that all of us could do.
What should be done is whatever has to be done, and that's just no holes barred for me, because there's nothing more important than breathing, and we all have to breathe. No one is excluded from this. It hurts business. Obviously, it's got to be our #1 priority.